goodness, today's going to be a interesting recap, and I want to go ahead and dive into it. I had a great day today, a beautiful win rate, 90% win rate, was knocking out the park, started the day up a 5R green day just in the first 15 minutes of market open, and then gave it all back in one trade. And it was completely out of my control. We're going to dive into exactly what happened here, and this just goes to show you the dangers in the market. Stuff can happen where you can't even manage risk. It's completely out of your control, and it can just strip your profits away just like that. And so yesterday I had a beautiful green day. Had about a 5R day to start the week yesterday. Did really well with VWAV and a few others. And, well, today, tiny little red day. So let's dive into it, see what I did today. To quickly show you before we get into it. Again, like I said, did really well today. I was doing amazing out of the gate with AEHL, SGD, just cooking, really cooking. But guess what? SLRX killed me. And it was completely out of my control. So I'm actually, while I'm frustrated, I'm not mad at myself because I did everything right today. What I'm mad about is the market stripped away my beautiful day just like that. So we're going to go through it all. I'm going to start here with SLRX. Then we'll get into how I traded AEHR. Those trades were gorgeous on AEHR today. We'll get into that next. But wow, this is just ridiculous. And so we're going to start here with SLRX. And this was a beautiful looking setup. I'll show you here on my chart. Rather than showing it here on Webull, we'll show you exactly where I took my entry, where I took my exit. Oh my god. All right, so what do we have here? Now, this thing was looking pretty good. I'll show you on Webull, actually, because you can see the charts a bit easier here. Let me switch my layout. But, dude, this just goes to show you how quickly one trade can turn your day around. And this thing looked phenomenal going into the open today. I was watching it for the break of its downtrend. You can see here we had this downtrend formed into the open. I'm looking here for the break over VWAP on this confirmed downtrend break. I get the break of VWAP. I'm looking for the move back up into this previous range overhead up towards like 2.7, 2.8. And guess what? Nasty. But this thing was beautiful, dude. This could not have been a better looking breakout, which is why it's like, but if I had to take the same setup again tomorrow, I would, 100%. It was just a really good setup, right? So just caught the bad end of the stick today. Got dealt with a bad card. So SLRX here. I came in, I'm watching this here, and of course, what happens before the breakout is more important than the breakout itself. So what do I do here? We find this massive consolidation here beneath this breakout level, right there in line with VWAP. So I'm like, wow. So we're forming this nice defined range here underneath VWAP. If we get the break of VWAP, we have double-sided confluence where I've got VWAP as support. I've got the top of this range as support. We've got the downtrend break from pre-market. This thing just looks so good. And so I see the breakout some pretty serious volume. I take the breakout here, right? Looking to risk off the previous candle's low here at 220. So I've got about 9 cents a share of risk, and so I thought. And it halts instantly. This thing halts up at 231. And I'm pretty excited. I'm like, cool. Big volume halt up here over its highs, over VWAP. We've got daily range. This could be huge. We could resume at 250, 260, 270. Get a beautiful move up into the top of its range. And guess what? This thing resumes. And instantly, I'm out down here at 210. Taking a 2 times larger loss than I had initially anticipated. So I'm just like, it's one of those things. The setup looked beautiful, but I had no chance to even do anything to manage risk here. I had no chance to manage risk at all, and so it's just really a tough thing. What do you do differently in a case of something like this here? And there's really nothing you could have done. So it's just one of those things where anything can always happen. Anything can happen. Whenever it did resume weak, and it obviously broke beneath that level instantaneously pretty much, just cut it, move on from it. Wipe your tears and move along. But in any case, so that was the one setup today that literally crushed my day. But it's one of those things I could not have done anything differently here. I love the setup. It looks so good for the breakup through 2.7 and so on. But anyways, enough of that. That's what turned my day from a beautiful day into a pretty crappy day. But let's look at AEHL. Really good trades here, and SGD. Both of these I traded very well today. There's some really good stuff here. So this one I'm super happy with. We can take a look back here in AEHL. I actually had 5 trades on this today, 5 wins. And overall, just did a really good job. Now, this thing broke up this morning in pre-market. And I started watching it on stream today, set up in a beautiful way. Now, first things first, we want to look over at the daily time frame. Of course, we see it gapping up there over the 5s this morning, which is a key psychological level, as you probably know. And so we want to look at the daily time frame for range. And we take a look over here at the daily, and we know that we have the 200 moving average. Let me drag my screen over so that you can actually see it. We have the 200 moving average sitting right over here off 660. So we've got that 660 level right there. And so we know that we have range here today towards 660. All right, so that's cool. Good. So knowing that, we knew that we had to have range to the 660 level. And if not, then of course you can't play it. You've got no range. So, all that being said, we see massive move to the upside. Price pulls back, gets bought back up, reverses from 5 all the way back to about 580. Pulls back again, reverses off of 5 all the way back to 580. So at that point, I'm liking this, right? We're watching this through here. And I'm watching for pullbacks back into this range because we know we've got buyers sitting all through here. Because again, this here confirmed that buy side interest, or that area of demand here that we like to call it. So this area of demand here formed off of 5, able to take some really nice dips into that range. Take a look here. We see price pull back. They're going to take it on the break of VWAP for a nice little play from 5.6 to 5.8. But past that, had the bigger plays here. Again, saw the pullback into this previous range. Took it there at 540. Got to move back up into the 560s. And then out of the opens where the big win happened. So out of the bell, we pull back off these lows again. And what happens here? Take a look. Price pulls back on the first candle here. And what happens? It gets bought up aggressively. So you see this nice indecisive candle here as it tries to pull back. So I see it get bought back up off that low. So the next candle pulls back to that same price level. So I take it, right? We have clear form demand here off the low. Nice higher low. So I take it there looking for the breakup through these previous highs because we knew we had range to 660 overhead. So I took it out of this area of demand. I get to move back up into the top of its trend here. I take a majority out for the breakout higher. I wanted to get an ad here, but I didn't get an ad because I didn't love range. So I was just happy with this. I got this nice move off the low of the range all the way back up into the high of day. Overall from about 530 here all the way back up into the 6s. So beautiful win there. And then, of course, I play some dips off of VWAP, as you can see here. Price, again, rejects off 660. We start to see it get bought up off of VWAP, so I take it here for a nice little play, and I get 2 nice little wins there. But these are the big picture setups here, really good trades. This is what had me up. Nice green day today, and that was that. Moving right along, SGD also had some pretty good trades here today, although fairly uneventful. Just really good stuff. We can see here the base off the moving averages. Just took some pullbacks here for the move back up into VWAP underneath 125. Again, nice small little wins here, 119 to 123 twice. And for the most part, that was really it. I also had STAI. But after that trade on SLRX, there's not a whole lot more that I can really do. You know what I mean? I've got no cushion on the day. I don't want to go get aggressive. You hear I took some pullbacks out of this area of formed liquidity. Got to move up through the high of day. Took a play up here into the high. Got a nice little move. So just sort of chopped around on this small green. So I just had a really hard time today. That's the biggest thing. It's just today was very mental. Where I came in today on fire. Had some amazing momentum. AEHL was amazing. SGD was amazing. I was really looking to turn the day into a massive green day. I'm talking 10R, 11R, 12R green day. I came in 5R in the first 15 minutes. So I had a massive amount of cushion. A short amount of time. We've got plenty of time left to take that up into a big green day. And then the market strips it from you. It's like you go grind, you nail some beautiful trades, then the market just walks in and just snatches it out of your hands. And the thing is, why it's so frustrating is SLRX out of the halt, I had no chance to manage risk. I had no chance to cut it at my initial stop loss. I had no chance to cut it early on the resumption. It's the simple fact of not having that control is why it's so frustrating. Now, like I said, it's not as frustrating as it could be. I would be 10 times more irritated today if it was something that I did wrong. But knowing that I traded a good setup today, and I just did what I had to do, I handled what I had to handle, which was in my control. That's all that I can do is handle what's in my control. If it's outside of my control, if it's in the market's hands, I'm completely at the whim of the market. The market is full control of what the market does. I can't control that. So in case of this where I can't even manage risk in a halt, what do you do aside from just cut it when you have to and move on, keep a level head, and just keep the day small? So I was just dabbling around small size the rest of the morning. I couldn't be aggressive anywhere. I've got no cushion, and opportunities were a bit choppy. So nonetheless, that's my morning, man. Beautiful day yesterday. I'll show you here. Beautiful day yesterday. But you come in today and 90% win rate yesterday. But that's the thing. Today I had an amazing win rate again. Like AEHL, SGD, STAI, beautiful. But that one loss in SLRX was enough to really wipe some stuff out there. So that's my morning. I wish that I could have done more. I wish that, or I guess really could have done less. But that's the day. So it is what it is. Kept it really small. It's just one of those things where you have the momentum, you give it back, and then just like, now what do I do? But it's a great day of learning for sure. And I'm just glad that I was able to walk my students through this morning because it's one of those things that never gets easier. It's definitely very frustrating. It's very easy to get tilted and you go try to revenge trade and overtrade and you just have to be able to stop that. You got to say, look, the market's crap today. I've got no cushion. Let's size down or step away. And I did just that today. So make sure to subscribe for daily content just like this. And of course, as always, make sure to claim your 7-day free trial to watch me trade stocks just like this. Maybe even watch me get stuck in a halt down. But seriously, make sure to sign up for that free trial for watch list, live trading streams, alerts, education, chat room access, and so much more. And that being said, I will see you guys there.